Hello guys, welcome to my video. Myself Shubham Nanda and I'm today here with my topic on heat requirement in industries. In this we will discuss about its basic introduction, the uses of industrial process heat. After that we will discuss about the process heating and process energy concept. After that the design of process heating technologies, and after that we will discuss about the common industrial process that require this heat, and after that the problems in the industrial process heating, and in the end we will discuss about some of the improvements in the process heating systems. So what is industrial process heat? This is the thermal energy used directly in the preparation or treatment of the materials used to produce manufactured goods. This means we are producing a final product, and in that journey we might require some kind of thermal energy, and this thermal energy is nothing but industrial process heat. Now the uses of industrial process heat. This can be used for preheating purposes in the industries. It means there are some processes in the industries that require appropriate temperature. After that we can supply more heat to it, but to achieve that particular temperature we require preheating. So this can be used for preheating purposes in the industries. This can also be used to obtain hot water, which can be used for the various purposes in the industries. This can be also be used to get hot air, which can be used for the drying purposes in the industries. This can be used for the steam production, or this heat can be used directly in the industries. Now, the process heating versus process energy. Heating, industrial process heating operation accounts for approximately 70% of manufacturing sector process energy end use. What this means is, this is a data of process energy from 2010. What this is showing is we are getting energy from different sources like steam, electricity, and fuels, and this is steam. Like steam is contributing for the various processes like process heating, process cooling and refrigeration, machine drive, electrochemical, and other processes, and its share is 2290 out of 2983. What I'm saying is the contribution of all steam, electricity, and fuel to process heating is 70%. This is a big number. This shows the importance of heat in the industries. If you divide 7204 by 2983, 2352, 5116, you will get 70%. So they show how much heat is important in the industries. Now, the design of process heating technology. This heating technologies can be designed on the four principles. So first one is fuel based process heating technologies. Second one is electricity based process heating technologies. Third one is the steam based process heating technologies, and the last one is hybrid process heating technologies. We will discuss these one by one. First one is fuel based process heating system. This generates heat energy through combustion of solid, liquid, or gaseous fuel. Means the solid, liquid, or gaseous fuels are combust, and we will get that heat. And this heat can be transferred either directly or indirectly. You can supply it directly, means the material is in direct contact, or you can supply with the help of tubes. This accounts for the indirect transfer. The example of fuel based process heating systems are ovens, fire heaters, kilns, etc. Electricity based process heating system can be applied directly, leading to direct resistance heating. We discussed about the fuel, as it can be applied both directly and indirectly. Same is with electricity based process heating system. This can be applied directly, or the high frequency energy can be inductively coupled to a suitable material, leading to indirect heating. The examples of electricity based process heating systems are electric arc furnaces, infrared emitters, induction heating, radio frequency drying, laser heating, etc. Now, the third one is steam based process heating system. These are used in industries where heat supply is at or below 400 degree Fahrenheit. It means if you require heat at 400 degree Fahrenheit or less than that, you will prefer steam based process heating system. Uh, both we both discuss like the fuel and the electricity. This can be also applied directly or indirectly. Now the hybrid process heating system. So far we have discussed fuel based heating system, electricity based and steam based, and if we use two of these simultaneously, this is hybrid process heating system. So it utilizes a combination of process heating technologies. Example is the combination of electromagnetic energy and convective hot air. It means we are using two technology here. One is electromagnetic, that is electricity system, and other one is convective hot air. What this will do is it will accelerate the drying process. It will increase the efficiency. So this is why the hybrid process heating systems are used in the industries. Now these are the common industrial process that require heat. There are various operations that are going in the industries like non-metal melting, smelting, calcining, etc. So this operation require a typical temperature range. Like for non-metal melting, we need 1710 to 3000 degree Fahrenheit of temperature, and to achieve this we need 265 tons of British thermal unit. This is the data of US Energy Use in the year 2010. What this is showing is in the year 2010, the US used 7,204 tons of British thermal unit for the various processes in the industries. So this show how much heat is used in a year for various operation. It is 7,204 tons of British thermal unit in the US in the year 2010. This is a big number. So again, this show how much the heat is important in the industries. The various processes are running with the help of this heat. This heat is used to achieve the different temperature range for the various processes. So yes, we can say this heat is very, very important in the industries. So now we'll discuss about the problems in the industrial process heating. This industrial process heating has lot of advantages as we have discussed, but it has some problems too. The first one is the waste heat losses. It is one of the major problem that the heat process is facing these days. The heat is getting lost. What the heat we are getting from the sources, we are not completely using it. Some of the heat is getting lost. This loss can occur at walls, doors and openings, and through the venting of hot flue and exhaust gases. So we need some kind of measures to control this heat loss because it accounts for 2,500 tons of British thermal unit per year. This much amount of heat is getting lost. So we required some of the measures so we can save this heat from getting lost. Now the improvements in the process heating system. There are several improvements that we require in the process heating system so that it can work even in more efficient way and we can get more heat from our sources. The first one is digital control equipment. The second one is the reduction of NOx emission. This NOx emission is very harmful for the environment, so there is a need to reduce this NOx emission. The third one is improvement in the thermal efficiency of the selected processes. Next one is the improvement in the high temperature material availability. Advancement in the enhanced heat transfer. This means the same, to transfer heat in effective way by reducing the heat loss. So the next one is introduction to few improved combustion equipment products and burners. So these are some of the improvements that were required in the process heating system, so we can use the heat that we are getting from the sources in an efficient way. So these are the references of my presentation that I used to make this presentation. So thank you guys. I hope this presentation helped you to get some of the knowledge about the heating process that are going in the industries. Thank you for